So this video is going to be a little bit different than anything I've done so far. I want to do kind of a little bit of a life update for you. I haven't really opened the door to my private life much, if at all, on this channel, and that is intentional. But I am going to share one thing with you because it's going to affect my filming schedule for I don't know how long. But I want to kind of talk about these things as I'm getting ready for the day, and I do have some new things I want to share with you. And while this life update is sad, makeup and getting my hands dirty and all my stuff is not only my hobby, but it's fun for me, and it is an incredibly welcome distraction. So if you're interested in getting a little bit of a peek and seeing some new stuff that I have to show you, I've been playing around with some things for a couple of days, stick around. Okay, so I will at least try and talk somewhat briefly about the products that I am using as we go along here. Starting with the Rodial Illuminating Glow Drops Primer. This is really nice, even just on its own. I'm pretty sure there's some drugstore dupes for this that I might mess with when I'm done. The dropper doesn't work really well, and the dispenser is just, it's a hot mess, so they need to work on their packaging. But regardless, the product is nice. It's got this really pretty soft pink sheer sort of glow to it. That's more than I need, but just take about half of that off. Glowy leg. All right. So this is all very surreal for me. I'm gonna try hard not to cry in this video, but ultimately, in respect to her privacy, suffice to say that my mom has been diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer, and of all the people in the world, she is the least deserving of something like that. My mom is my best friend through thick and thin. Where others have let me down, she is always there. And this is really hard. Not only for her, but we are a very close-knit family. And I'm using the Infallible Powder Foundation as I talk here. We are a really close-knit family. She is our matriarch, and it is devastating to get this diagnosis. It came out of nowhere. We had no idea. She had no idea. She wasn't feeling sick. She basically had a cough that didn't go away. And finally she went to get it checked out. She didn't leave the hospital till 10 days later with this diagnosis. It has, we believe, already metastasized, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying that word right, into another organ. And we don't know what we don't know yet as far as time remaining goes, what the treatment plan is or anything. So it is a sad time for our family, and we are trying to figure out, this is the ColourPop Talk to the Palm bronzer. We're trying to figure out how we proceed. Where do we, pretty color, where do we go from here? What does this mean for her? What does this mean for our family? And we don't know what we don't know. We will hopefully find out more in a week or two, but right now it's kind of the in shock period where you're trying to accept this new reality, and it's the most awful thing I think I've ever experienced in my entire life. This is the Buxom Wanderlust in Seychelles, if I'm saying that right. I'm using for blush. Not gonna get too crazy glamorous today. I need some color on my face because one of the new things I wanted to show you was a brow product that I picked up at CVS. You know I am a sucker for brow products. And this is Tonya Crooks brand. It's Arches and Halos. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen this, but this is one of those tri-tipped, it's 4 prongs, microblading brow pen. And I have tried almost every single one of these that's been released in the market, and they all suck. So this is what it looks like. See the little prongs on there, and the point is that they draw hair-like marks in your brows, and that is an awful swatch. Hold on. And it leaves these little hair-like lines in your brows. And this one I just tried for the first time yesterday, and I think it's too dark, but some people like that look where it's a little bit darker. This is the shade Mocha Blonde. And so I went back to CVS and I wanted to see if they had a lighter blonde, because it's been like a month or two since I bought this. I couldn't remember what the options were. And they don't. That is their blonde. So I picked up Warm Brown because I thought in the store, I thought it looked a little bit lighter or softer. So we're going to see what that looks like going on here next to this other swatch. And if I like this better, if you can even tell the difference, I don't know. So here's Warm Brown. Warm Brown, Mocha Blonde. The Mocha Blonde has a little bit of a reddish tint to it. And actually, without me even saying anything, when I was at my mom's visiting with her last night, and first she said my brows were too dark. Bless her heart, she wasn't wrong. And we started talking about this product, and she said she thought it looked a little red. So I'm going to use the Warm Brown. I will say that this is a bit of a learning curve, because when it says it leaves lines, it leaves lines. Like, no joke. And it doesn't budge. So once it goes on, it is not going anywhere. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes when I'm trying to decide if a brow product is working or not, I need to just look at it in a couple different lights. Like, I have brighter light in my bathroom, and I'll see what that looks like. But I'm in the viewfinder, it looks comically too dark. So let me show you so that's the Warm Brown, and let me show you what the Mocha Blonde looks like on the other side, and that way I can decide which one I'm going to use for the day. CVS is one of those stores where they're pretty good about accepting returns on cosmetics if you try something you don't like it, or you got the wrong shade, or whatever it might be. And I just appreciate that so much, because it makes it easier to try new things. So aside from the fact that the brows don't match, they really don't. They don't. Here we are. Mocha Blonde, Warm Brown. If I was going to continue wearing the Warm Brown, I would tweak the brow to look a little bit better. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to go with that Mocha Blonde. I would say when you're trying this for the first time, go in with a very light touch and just expect to not like how it looks the first time. Because you really have to kind of learn the pen, learn the way the prongs go into your hair. You'll be less disappointed if you just decide that you're going to screw it up the first time and you need practice. To continue a little bit of the whole personal saga here, I have a full-time job. I do not have time to sit down like a lot of YouTubers who this is their full-time job, which is awesome for them. Like that's amazing. And I don't know that I would ever even dream of being able to get to that at some point in time. It would be fun, but really, truly, it's just a hobby. And I love that you guys are here with me sharing this fun hobby and playing with makeup with me. It is really cool. So I'm going in with the Mocha Blonde to try and fix this other brow, right? And you get different results going in with the 4 prongs versus using the edge of the pencil. Like I just used the edge trying to just use 1 prong here along the bottom of this brow, and it just makes this really nice fine line. It gives a finished look that I think is, it's not bad, not bad. The other thing about this brow product is that it is not going anywhere. So here's the swatches that I did. Can I make this any more difficult? Here's the swatches that I did, and look. Like, they aren't smudging at all. Nothing on my fingertip, and they aren't smudging. I was starting to say earlier, I have a full-time job, and this is just a hobby. I have never not watched or unsubscribed from a YouTuber that I enjoyed watching because she or he didn't stick to their schedule that they said they do. So if you have a YouTuber that you follow that does 2 videos a week and releases them on the same day and the same time every week, that's amazing. And I don't know what that's like to be able to have such a schedule that allows for that. I do not have that, and I will not promise that to anyone because I would fail. I know for a fact I can't maintain that schedule, and that's okay. And if you're here picking a new channel to watch just based on consistency purposes, this isn't the one for you. Sorry. Like, no offense. I'm doing the best I can. My income doesn't depend on YouTube, so I don't feel like I need to hold myself to the same standard that somebody else might need to. This is just the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It doesn't move the product around. Like I said, once it goes on, it is dry, but I think it kind of maybe thins it out where it's placed on the skin a little bit to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm keeping my look very simple today. Brows are done, just a little bit of blush, some bronzer, and now I'm going in with that really great L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim eyeliner. This is the one in brown. I have found that, as probably to be expected, out of nowhere, I just start crying. They say that grief hits like waves in the ocean, and that's really true. And when your loved one that you're going to lose is still here, that doesn't mean that grief isn't giving you a break because your loved one is still here. You are actively dealing with the fact that you're going to lose them. And it's devastating. And it's already happening to me where I just have to stop whatever I'm doing and feel the feels and then move on. And that's okay. Here's an example. I was grocery shopping the other day. Probably about 2/3 of the way done, and my cart was completely full of stuff that we need because gas is absurd right now. And we're trying to limit how often we go to the grocery store, right? So even though I was 2/3 of the way done, I had this overwhelming feeling of sadness strike, and I wanted to like lay down and cry and just be done. I just wanted to be home, and I had to finish my grocery shopping, and a new mascara I wanted to show you. This I was really surprised by, and I only bought it because it was buy one get one half off, I believe. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Lash Pumping Mascara. Mine is in the shade brown. Also, again, would love to take credit for the sudden interest in brown mascara and brown eyeliner. Thank you very much. I was really, really surprised with how much I liked this. I figured it would be okay. CoverGirl makes some good mascaras, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I didn't expect what I got from it. I like it because it goes on pretty simply. It's not high maintenance. I don't have to do a whole lot of touch-ups with my lash comb. And as I'm saying that, I can see an area that's getting clumpy. But I think it looks really nice, and it layers nicely on top of itself. I've been doing 2 or 3 layers. Another thing that's been going on is that we've had some massive rainstorms. Our friend's house, their lower level flooded. It's a living area in the lower level too, so it's particularly devastating when you have finished floors and walls and furniture and all that stuff down there. So going in with a second coat. So we've been over there helping unload their lower level and try to dry things out. And I will say that on that day that I was there, I was sweating like crazy and had this mascara on, and it definitely was not sweatproof. This is not the waterproof version anyway. So I didn't expect that it would be, but it definitely wasn't. So this business with my mom's health is why I haven't posted in a while. It is why I will probably not post super regularly or often until we get all of this figured out and I can kind of have a good understanding of what to expect with what's to come with her health, quite honestly. And that's just the way it is. It's not a big deal. It's just YouTube. But I wanted to share that with you guys so that you would hopefully understand in case that is a big deal to you. So two more things to point out. Two things. One is my nails. How shallow is this to think about this? But I literally just did these last night at her house, at her kitchen table, because we have fun talking about this stuff. These are the Kiss Impress nails. And this is 502 and Serendipity. These are those coffin-shaped nails, which I was not really a fan of. Like, I think they're interesting to look at, but I didn't think I would ever get a manicure with them like that. So this is what the nail looks like. So this is what they look like, and this is what they look like on. Kind of like a milky French manicure. And I only bought these because I like the color. They're a little more clear than I thought they were going to be. They seemed like they may be a little more pinkish tone in the package, but that's okay. I still think they look nice though. So here's the thing. I don't wear false nails hardly ever because it's just not conducive for my work. So when I wear them, it's short term. The thing I like about these Impress nails, and I have a different color of them too that I'll show you, shade 10 Sandbox. These are what I normally would get. They're shorter and kind of a mauve color. More of a swivel edge. Anyway, same brand. The thing I like about these is they're good to go for a day or two, which doesn't seem like much, but if you're like me and you don't have the opportunity to wear nails very often, it's worthwhile. So they already have like a sticker on it, and you just peel the sticker off of the underside of the nail and press it on. The best part is that they don't tear your nail beds up for removal. Like, you're not shellacking anything on here. It is just a simple matter of working under there, either with that little stick that they put in the package or your own nails. They're going to start to come loose in a day or two. So if you have a nice event and you want to have your nails quickly done and ready for it, highly recommend the Kiss Impress nails. They have a ton of different shades and colors and whatnot. The last thing I want to show you is I bought another one, a third of the Maybelline Vinyl Ink Lippies. Well, I guess I should say lipsticks because one of them is actually called Lippy. This one that I just picked up is in the shade Witty. And you gotta shake these before you use them. I don't have any lipstick that I've ever bought, I think, more than maybe 2 shades in. So these must be pretty good if I've bought 3 of them. Here's Witty. It's kind of a purpley mauve. I was hoping for a little more of the like 90s supermodel brownish pink from the packaging, but it is definitely a little bit more purpley mauve. I also have, and I've shown this one before in videos, this is Cheeky. This is like a My Lips But Better color. It's so pretty and so subtle. And then I also have, I don't say that about anything. I can never buy repeats. Because I want to try so many different things. This one is the one that's in the shade Lippy, and this is more red. This is the first one that I tried. That's Lippy. Definitely more of a red color, but the first one that I swatched there in Witty is the one I want to wear today. So I will show you how that looks going on. It's so pretty. And the great thing about these is they do dry down, all right? Don't get me wrong. It's still a matte lip color, but they don't dry down to the point where it feels like it's sucking the life out of your lips. And I do sometimes cheat and put a little bit of a gloss over it just because, just taking them off here. And you can see how nicely they come off easily with this is just one of those little Garnier wipes. But they look nice, but it does have some of that stick. Like, you can see how they still kind of catch a little bit. So that is it for the day, guys. That's all I'm going to do. And like I said, I just wanted to fill you guys in with what was going on and why I am not going to be uploading as often as maybe people might like or whatever, but I have good reason. We are working through some serious issues right now, and any prayers that you might be willing to send up for my mom are extremely appreciated. So thanks for watching this video and sticking around all the way to the end. Make sure you like, subscribe. It helps my channel. By the way, we just went over 100 subscribers, so that's cool. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Where are we getting? I don't know, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.